you don't make money if you don't make a sale, you know?
Right.
So it's a numbers game. Like in a business like that, it is 100% a numbers game because everybody's your potential client.
Yes.
And so when you're walking around.
Welcome back to another episode of the Beyond Business Podcast. If you haven't done it yet, smash that subscribe button right underneath what you're looking at right now. It does matter. It's really easy. You don't get a bunch of junk shit for it. You're just supporting what we do. So today, I got a guest in the studio who has built a serious reputation in an industry that most people don't even realize is still one of the backbones of American manufacturing. Tonya Kowa Morelli is an award-winning business executive and manufacturing leader who has helped lead and transform major print and packaging operations across the Midwest. She served as Chief Operating Officer for Houston Patterson Printers and Lewisburg Printing Company. Who don't know how to say Houston? Overseeing,
There's no
is spelled wrong. Yeah, okay. I thought
It's
that
us.
was me.
Not you. It's us.
I'm like, Yeah, sorry about that. Overseeing large-scale manufacturing operations and leading teams responsible for high-volume production across multiple facilities. Tonya has been recognized as one of Central Illinois' 20 under 40 business leaders as she's received the GLGA Women in Print Excellence Award, recognizing outstanding leadership and impact in the printing and packaging industry. She's known for her ability to turn around operations, build strong company culture, and lead people in high-performance manufacturing environments. But what makes her story interesting is that she didn't start out planning a career in manufacturing. She originally studied broadcast journalism at the University of Illinois, Chicago. And somehow that path eventually led her into leadership inside a multi-generation business in one of the most competitive industries out there. So today, we're going to talk about leadership, culture, entrepreneurship, manufacturing, and the mindset it takes to run complex organizations and still keep people motivated. Tonya.
Hi. That was nice.
Wow. Man. So I do know a little bit about you.
Wow. Now I have to live up to all those nice things.
You're like, who's joining us? Somebody's coming?
Wow.
No.
This person sounds cool.
Yeah. No. Well, yeah, it's you. Good for you. Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you here. We got linked up through Chris Ellis, who I got linked to him through Colby. But Chris is probably the first person that I've had on the podcast that I didn't know. I knew as much as I know you. We met at the front door, literally. And but by the time he left, it was like, did we just become best friends?
Chris is awesome.
It was one of them where I'm like, not to the, you're to the point where you don't really gain old friends anymore.
Right.
And that's what it feels like. It's just like, how do I?
It's funny. I've known Chris since I was a kid. So his dad worked with my dad. So we would meet at company picnics, and then we kind of grew up, together. Yeah. And then we ended up doing a lot of business together as adults. And
what a cool
kids
guy.
are at the same age and go to school together, and it's
yeah.
What
a good soul, good person.
He's a great guy.
Yeah. Really, really interesting. But so where are you from? You from here, this area at all?
I am. I grew up in Decatur. I grew up in Home Park area.
Did you go to MacArthur?
I moved right before my freshman year.
Okay.
Went to Maroa. Graduated from Maroa. And then now I live in Mount Zion School District.
Okay. So did you go to college out of high school?
I did. And I went to...
the journalism college in UIC, University of Illinois?
Yeah, I went to UIC. I actually went there because I wanted to dance in college. And so I was on the dance team.
Okay.
And my dad told me he would pay for me to stay in the state. But if I went out of the state, I had to pay on my own. So I went as far away as I could and stayed in the state of Illinois. So that's how I ended up in Chicago.
Oh, okay. You're like, I'm going to get out of here. But
but not.
I'll tell you what, that's actually a solid choice. As an adult, you even know it. It's a whole different, literally is a whole different world, Chicago.
I was this small town. I came from Maroa, Forsyth High School.
Yeah.
I graduated with 69 people, and there were more people in my classes than my whole graduating class. And so it was,
Shocker?
I grew up a lot.
Was it good? I mean, what? Yeah. Was it scary or was it good?
I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be a challenge for some people, for sure, because it is totally different than a Decatur. I mean, totally different.
Oh, you're saying not only are you away for the first time, but it's also a whole new environment.
Oh, it's not, the city is different.
It's not the college environment.
And it's not college. Like UIC is a big commuter school. So a lot of the people who lived on campus were really just athletes. And then most of the students drove in from the suburbs or they lived in the city. And there weren't sororities there. I mean, it was considered a brothel. So they couldn't even have sororities at UIC.
Oh.
I think they had them, but I don't know. I don't know.
It wasn't that kind of school.
No, it's totally different than a typical college. Like, it's nothing like U of I.
Right.
So for my freshman and sophomore year, it was a big transition.
Wait, so did you know that going in, or were you kind of thinking you're going to get some college? I don't know. You think what college is, throwing some cornhole and beer pong and shit. I don't know.
There was no football team. So I knew that was going to make it a bit different. And it was literally downtown. It's in Little Italy of Chicago. So, I mean, it's right there, like right outside the loop.
I do know where it's at. And so, I can imagine. Yeah.
So I visited, but I made the dance team and I was like, wow, that's cool. It's a D1 school and they compete at the national level. And I couldn't walk for 4 days after I tried out. I was shocked I made it.
You made it, huh?
I made it, and so I went. So that's the whole reason I went to the school. I'd never heard of it. I visited only during tryouts, and then I got in, and I loved it.
Heck yeah.
But freshman and sophomore year was hard because all my friends were, they were playing the cornhole, and they were going to the frat parties. And we didn't have that, and I was 17 when I went to college. So you don't look 21. And you can't.
Oh, when you're talking about your friends, you're saying your friends back
from
home
here, yeah, my friends from
school,
home that went to other.
They're having a ball,
U of
and you're
I
going.
Or ISU.
I'm not able to even go to the restaurant after 9 o'clock.
Like I can't even sit at the bar and have like dinner with my friends.
I can't have a water with people. yeah.
But then, as I was an older college student, I'm so happy because I had so many more opportunities in the city than a lot of people. You outgrow college. I think about your junior, senior year.
Sure.
And so you have other opportunities. And I got to work downtown in the city. I took public transportation. I grew up a little faster maybe.
Right.
And I loved it, but it's not for everybody.
Right. Well, so I think and you might fall in line with this being an entrepreneur, is, college is for some people and it's not for some people. But the part that I even have to remind myself of this when I push that is it's not what you're going to learn in the books, right?
Oh,
it teaches you responsibility. It teaches a little independence, teaches you that if you don't do it, no one cares.
Nobody's going to do it for you.
The outcome shows. I guess it just the growing up part. So,
for sure.
Yeah, so I think that's it, is going, well, college isn't for everyone. It's like, well, don't stay at your mom's. Like, go get your own place is what I mean. Go be a tradesman or
right.
whatever. Yeah.
And the trades need people so badly.
Yeah. So oddly enough, I'm in the trades where I pull off the electrical bench from electrical union, whatever place we work in. And the switch has officially happened. Like, it went from 20 people on the bench to there's a couple hundred people signed up to try to get it. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Oh, dude, there's a whole, there's a generation, what? I'm 47. So it's almost like there's some dudes in their late 30s. And that's the young guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To where it is like, well, we need somebody to come up because
there's a huge.
What's going to happen when they're 55? Like, we're screwed. So this is a perfect time. And man, honestly, I don't know if it's just the generational thing to where, if you turn a wrench or you carry a tool belt, then you're kind of just an
I think there was a gap.
But
people felt that way. But it's coming. I do agree. It's coming
very
back.
Very good gig. And I write the paychecks. They get paid
a lot. That's what
most of the dudes that work for me, somehow their wives are nurses. Everybody seems like they do this and their wife's a nurse. They do this and they make way more money than their wives.
Oh, so from our industry, it's you used to have a 4-year apprenticeship to get to be able to be an operator. We've had to shrink that down just because we need operators so badly because they keep retiring off. And so And they do very well.
That just happened in the electrical industry.
Yeah.
Because they go, okay, we're getting a bunch of people to start. We have to wait 5 years for them to be journeymen?
Yeah, and it's not possible. You're like, crap, what do we do in the
Can we start them at third years? Yeah. And that is, I think it's it. Almost, and it makes sense. I mean, if you're going to cut corners, go, let's do a certain amount of testing and go, if you're to a certain point, then yeah. But some people
need the 4 years.
That's what I said. Don't do away with it. Just let people fast track it. But they're like, yeah, we didn't ask.
You. Sorry.
We give no shit what you say. Pay them more. Quicker. Damn. They're not going to be as good. What?
Yeah, they want, you can only get what you want.
For sure. Next time, even if it's like in a year, we're going to sit down and we're going to be talking about the problems we had with our robots that are working.
Oh, no kidding, right?
I'm on board. Sorry, people. Yeah. Yes, my robot will be taking somebody's job.
I mean.
Some people's jobs.
Yeah, if you.
Hopefully mine.
Right? As long as you can control the robot still.
For sure.
Right?
You looked at that at all? Have you been paying attention to that at all? Like how,
yes.
What's his name shut down a couple of his Tesla plants to fast track.
I saw
robots.
that. Yeah, it's that whole thing to me is just crazy.
Yeah.
I was watching something, and I think it was in a GE or maybe it was, I don't know. It was in some production facility, and they were full robot people doing the work.
Humanoids.
It was incredible, to be honest, and how meticulously accurate they were. I don't think the speed is where we need it to be, and I think there's still a lot of technology that we have to learn from, but it'll be here at some point.
I might have watched literally the same thing because it was like a production thing, and it seemed extremely slow but perfect.
Yes.
And I think that's it as you go, and you're in production. So do you trade perfection for slightly slower? Sometimes.
Maybe, depending on the job, yeah.
Or the amount of money that's wasted in that error, or you know what I mean? If that's a car part or something, that could be pretty serious if some dude sneezed and forgot to put a screw in.
I don't know if I'd want a surgeon robot yet, but
so there was a lady. What was it? It was a simple surgery, but the lady had a surgery performed on her from a doctor in China, in another country. She was in Europe and he was in China, and he manned the robot.
Oh wow!
Performed her surgery.
That's kind of scary.
It is scary. But they go, well, no, it's way better than him. I'm like,
okay.
Yeah. His brain on something that doesn't move.
Let him practice on a couple other people first.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I think medicine's sketchy anyway. Yeah, blame a robot. Fuck it. You don't know what you're doing. Yeah, there's no more practicing, dude.
Take all the accountability out of it.
Exactly,
Sorry.
Right? So the ones they have, China's way ahead of us. So that's what my son and I were looking at is Elon has these, or what are they called? Damn it. What is his robot called? I don't know. But there's one, the Optimus is the Chinese one, and they're like way cheaper. They're like 10 years in. They've been doing this. They have, here's this is a random, we're just going on this, but let's go. So you remember when China put the thing into effect years and years and years ago, where it was like you only have one kid?
I do.
And it was like nobody had girls. Mm-hmm. Everybody kept their boys. And well, they're paying for that now. Like there's a shortage of women.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. So they have like their healthcare industry, like old folks' homes and shit. There's robots that change diapers, massage their legs, give them food, talk to them, sing them Chinese songs. I watched it yesterday. I was like, whoa.
Oh, I'm going to have to look this up.
This is crazy. But they didn't even, not like they tried to make it look like a person. It's the most robot-looking robot ever.
So it's like the vacuum robot?
No, but it stands up. Like they have like fake arms that clamp and shit, and it tries to talk.
Like a crab.
Yeah. like your kid, the robot your kid would draw. But that's what it is. They're like, we got a metal bucket. That'll be a head. That's cool. Put it on. It was like that. But yeah, they... And they've been doing it years. Like, it's not, we're going to see if this works. They're like, we've been.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Wow.
You definitely need to look it up because they had these robots and like 50 robots standing, like let's say in the middle of a field, like dancers at a field. And they start doing these kung fu kicks and flips and landing. And I'm just like, okay.
What?
Hey everybody, I want to take a quick second to let you know that the Beyond Business Studio swag store is officially open. Click the link in the description or scan this QR code to get your apparel game on point and rep Beyond Business. We got hats, hoodies, t-shirts, tank tops, and everything else. Several logos to choose from. Scan and customize yours today. I also want to shout out the partners who help make Beyond Business possible. First up is Dubby Energy Drink. If you're grinding, creating, training, or just need clean energy without the crash, Dubby is my go-to. No sugar, no spikes, no nonsense. Just focus, endurance, and clarity. Head over to dubby.gg and use code BeyondBiz at checkout to get 10% off your order. That's BeyondBiz. Support the show and fuel the hustle at the same time. Oakwood Screen Printing. These gals are the real deal when it comes to custom apparel. Direct to film, silk screening, embroidering, heat transferring, you name it, they do it. And they don't just put it on clothing, they put it on anything. Whether you're in need of a small custom run or a massive order, Oakwood Screen Printing handles it all. Fast, professional, and top-tier quality. If you've got a brand, a business, a team, or an idea, they'll bring it to life. Check them out at oakwoodscreenprinting.com. And finally, Midwest Lightning Rods, protecting homes, businesses, and critical infrastructures from lightning strikes across the Midwest. This isn't just another contractor. This is decades of experience, code-compliant systems, and real protection where it matters most. When lightning strikes, preparation makes the difference. Learn about how you can become part of the community that's been protected by MLR at lightningstrikes-weprotect.com. As always, when you support these companies, you're supporting Beyond Business. If you haven't done it yet, I urge you to hit that subscribe button right below this post and follow the Beyond Business page on all your social media platforms that you follow. Now, let's dive back into it.
They got it figured out. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I am going to look this up.
And they're like, six, you can get one, 16 grand.
Huh. Just pennies, right?
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's going to be the nanny of the future, right?
Oh,
well, if you can imagine,
like
if you're in a spot where you're going, all right, my mom or my dad is old and they have to go to a home. I want them to come to me, but I'm not here enough.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of would be legit to be like, all right, robot, hit me up if something's wrong, but you're smarter than me. So,
well, to be honest, healthcare is so expensive. 16 grand looks cheap then.
Fucking right.
So,
yeah. I honestly don't think that is, I've said it for years. I have a custom Harley back there, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's built, it's the baddest bike in this town. It's been the baddest bike for years. I don't ride it, but I built it. It's bad. I've said for years, I'm going to sell that and buy Optimus. That's what it is. I'm going to buy one. I'm doing it. No question.
Well, I want to come see it.
They got to perfect it. I mean, I said I was going to buy, and it was like they've came out with 3 models. I'd be mad right now if I had the dumb one.
Yeah.
No, mine just is going to bring you a drink, but it's going to break the bottle, and it's going to hit its head on this. Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to wait till. Yeah, you got to be able to mow my grass and shit.
I mean, that's probably not that far away.
No,
I mean, I think like you see it at the golf courses.
They're saying this year.
Yeah.
They're saying like, yeah, this year. So the next step, and I don't want this, is they're covering them, especially for like, they're saying for healthcare, they want to present them like a human, which is even creepier. They're putting the skin on, like making them look
scary. That's
like
weird.
Perfect, beautiful robot people that have fucking weird eyes. It's like, no, I think that's weirder. You should stick to just robots.
Yeah, I agree. It is.
They need to make it look like, don't have me falling in love. Don't send me a chick, dude. Yeah.
It's like,
I want mine to be a dude. I want mine to be a black dude.
No pretty girls.
Right, yeah. Like, where's this guy? Oh, man, he's over there with the robot again. No, man, we were just working. You have it dressed like that? Where'd you get that shit, bro?
It's like those people you see driving down the street with the blow-up dolls next to them.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't want to be that guy.
That's going to be
You don't want to be that guy.
That's going to be, bro, you're holding their hand? Doesn't she go in a box or something? Like, oh, no, it's fine. It's part of the programming. They did watch, though. In our lifetime, we're going to see it. We're going to know some creepos, Richie Rich creepos that you're
Probably.
Like, this dude says he has 3 girlfriends. I believe him. Yeah, he powers them off. Yeah, it's crazy. That's the world we're in, dude.
Yeah, it is.
You're able to choose some shit with your kids now. You know, they're diving into where they can stop disease, you know, while moms are carrying, but now they can genetically, you know, pick eye color, hair color.
It's so weird.
That is so weird.
I don't
That's
like
God
that.
stuff.
Yeah, right.
Come on.
Don't mess with it.
Yeah. Yeah. It is too. There's that fine line of they're going, well, I mean, God let them be able to do it. It's like, well, I don't think that was the goal. Right?
Yeah, I don't think that was the intention. No. Personally.
Yeah. God don't want most of you having kids. Not the other one. Everyone else will have a bunch. That's something we got tricked into too, is supposedly, you know, we're overpopulated, and really the real story is like, no, we're not. If you can have kids, have them.
Right. Yeah.
Not everyone again. Okay, so now we'll get off that fucking whatever just happened. Okay. So, what did you, when you finished college to get your journalism degree? Is that kind of I know you went to dance, but where did your journalism idea come from?
So I originally went to school to be a teacher.
Oh,
I'd be a terrible teacher now,
okay.
But I wanted to be a teacher, and then I realized that I didn't want to do that.
Why?
Money, mostly. That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
But
No, that's a perfect answer.
Mostly. And so then I really wanted to be Erin Andrews. I wanted to be on TV.
Yeah.
And then I graduated right after 9/11. And so that industry was very difficult to get into.
Uh-huh.
I had an internship at ESPN Radio, and I did not like radio at all. Cool opportunity. And that was kind of the living in the city thing. You know, that was, I had those type of opportunities that I wouldn't have had in Champaign or Bloomington, Illinois. And so I really liked the industry. I didn't like radio. And then 9/11 happened, and I needed a job. So I got an internship for an insurance company. And that was like selling ice to an Eskimo. But I learned a lot. And I liked selling. I liked sales. I liked people. And so I never really went back to the broadcast journalism.
Okay.
I like to talk. I like people. And so that's kind of why I pivoted.
Okay.
Really just because I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what else to do.
Right.
So
Right.
I just needed a degree.
Well, okay, so did you do that for a living? Like after you got your degree, were you in journalism for a bit?
Not at all.
Not at all.
I didn't use it for anything.
Oh.
Nope.
Okay.
I went straight into insurance sales.
Okay.
And I did that for about 2.5 years. And
just another opportunity to make some money?
Yeah, just I started and I moved up very quickly. And but you're 1099. So is it you know, so it was kind of hard as a 21, 22-year-old. I don't know people, especially in the city. You know, I don't know business people. And I was selling supplemental health insurance to business owners. So I was in the yellow pages.
Gotcha.
Smile while you dial. And that's how I started. So it was hard, but it taught me a lot about, I've always had a really strong work ethic, always. And I learned a lot about people telling you no and, you know, just facing things that most people would just run away from. I mean, that's why most people don't do insurance sales. It's hard. Maybe it's not that hard. I thought it was hard. But
no, the best you literally walked. I'm amazed. You did the best thing any 20-some-year-old could possibly do. You did it.
Well,
because it sucks.
It does. It's not. It was.
Life isn't over.
But the people were awesome.
Right.
I mean, I met some of the best people, and some of them went on to be extraordinarily well thought of professionals.
Yeah.
And so I had this opportunity to learn from these people that I never would have had I just like moved back home. And
but being told no is the hardest and most valuable thing you can ever have as a young adult going into the business world, to be able to develop the skin to where someone being turned off by what you say doesn't repel you.
Yeah,
it's the most valuable thing ever.
So many people would make it 3 to 4 months.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Because of that. And you don't make money if you don't make a sale, you know?
Right.
So it's a numbers game. Like in a business like that, it is 100% a numbers game because everybody's your potential client.
Yes.
And so when you're walking around and, I would, on Mondays, my Mondays, every single Monday for those 2.5 years, I called it Smile While You Dial. And then I ended up moving up into management and having a team. And I did this internship program too while I was there, which was super fun. It was this other girl and we started this internship program because I think we learned so much and we were both very young that we wanted other people to be able to learn it while they were still in school. Because when you got out, it was kind of hard because you had bills to pay.
Yeah.
So I would sit on Mondays and I would, for 8 hours straight, I would make calls for 50 minutes and I would take 10-minute break and I would walk around or something and I would do it all day long. I'd take an hour break in there for lunch and Starbucks wasn't cool then, but I would go somewhere just to get out of the office. Mm-hmm. And then I would, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I would just find an area, more of an industrial park outside in the suburbs, and I would go canvass the areas. And I actually preferred canvassing. Like I much preferred walking in the door and talking to people. It was a lot easier for me. Human interaction is a lot easier for me in person than on a phone.
Sure.
And so
you could just click through 100 on the phone.
Right.
Yeah.
And a lot of people like the phone because they didn't want someone to slam the door in their face. Yes. And I was like, gosh, why?
Right. Right.
So that's how I learned the skill of sales, like the skill of being told no, really. And
that's so huge. That's so valuable. I mean, the problem is most people won't even give themselves a chance. And nobody ever blames themselves. And in sales, you say getting told no isn't you.
No.
But sometimes.
Might be.
But never getting a yes is you. You know what I mean? To where it's like, just the industry's tough. It's like, well, yeah. But
it's a numbers game.
5%er, then go get it. You already did the 90% of failing. Keep going. You know what I mean?
And that's,
what made you have that?
I don't know. I think it's just something that you have or you don't have. Fair. I think that, I was the nerdy kid growing up that my parents wouldn't get me whatever I wanted ever.
Right.
And so I was the kid when there was a fundraiser, I was canvassing the neighborhood. And I won a bike, I won a TV, I won a Sega Genesis. And that's how I didn't get paid, but that's how I earned the things that I wanted. And so I just think it's kind of
You knew as you grew up, this, which is work, equals this, which is the shit you want.
Right. I want nice things. I have to work for it. Nobody's going to give it to me. And so at that point, for those 2.5 years right out of college, when I was selling insurance, I worked in at Bar Louie, so it's an upscale neighborhood bar restaurant.
Yeah, I love Bar Louie.
And that was actually my favorite.
Best Bloody Marys ever.
Oh my goodness, right?
It's a meal.
They used to have a bar, some of them, and you would have a full salad on that vodka.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I would work every Bears game. I'd work doubles on Sundays, and I'd work every Wednesday night. And so that's actually what paid my rent.
Sure.
Because I didn't make shit for money.
Right.
There was one year. And I also, I was so young and naive. I didn't know as a 1099 that I needed to hold money back for taxes. I had no clue.
Right.
So that first year when I had to pay taxes,
bill, huh?
I was like, oh my God.
Did they have payment arrangements?
So I had to take a loan from my dad because I was like, Dad, I can't pay this.
Yeah.
And so, luckily I had my dad that was able to help me with, a stupid interest rate because that's my dad. And so but it just taught me a lot about, just hard work, and then I had to learn how to budget and then keep receipts and do expenses and do all these things that most people just don't want to screw with.
Right.
It's a lot easier to go to work every day, know you're going to get a paycheck, and go home with one. So I think that entrepreneur part of me probably, that being in insurance sales, it translated really well,
Right.
Because it's
and you
kind of the same.
Easily could have just not did any insurance, picked up one more shift at Bar Louie, and been just fine.
Oh, sure, for sure.
At least for that period of life.
Some of the restaurants, like the high-end restaurants, they make a ridiculous amount.
Yeah.
And what happens, I have actually friends that are still in that industry because they would make so much money,
get out of it.
They can't get out. I have multiple friends, and I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah. You're trapped.
I know.
Yeah. Because now they're going, well, I mean, I'd have to make like $80 an hour. Where am I going to go work? Yeah,
Nobody's going to pay me that.
I have to become a surgeon. Like, oh, yeah, stay there.
Yeah.
You're going to grow out of it physically, though. Watch.
Yeah. So that's how I started.
It's amazing.
And then from there, I wanted to go into pharmaceutical or medical device sales because what I knew I liked people and I liked sales, and I was good at it.
Yep.
And so that's what I thought I wanted to be when I grew up. And so then my dad, Houston Patterson is my family's business. And so I was home, some weekend, and I was on, I don't think it was Indeed. I think it was like Career Builder or something back then. And so I was looking and I was applying for all these jobs. And my dad was like, sis, come to my room. And I was like, shit, I've been home for 48 hours. Like, what did I do?
Yeah.
Like, what did I do last night that I could have gotten in trouble for? And he was like, would you ever want to come and work for the business? So growing up, I never wanted to work there. I never worked there in like the summers, or a lot of people go and work for their parents' business.
Like, no.
I was like,
not interested.
I'm not going to go do that. Like, that's dumb. Like,
yeah. What'd you do? What kind of gig did you get in high school?
I worked at Sun and Fun in the summers.
Yeah.
And then I worked at Baskin Robbins and I worked at Applebee's.
I swear I was going to say Baskin. I don't know why I was just going to say,
in the mall,
no,
right?
Dad, I'm going to get scooping people some ice cream at Baskin Robbins. I swear I was going to say
Yep,
that.
that's what I did.
Yeah.
And so I always had like 2 or 3 jobs even in high school. It's just, I just think it's who you are,
Yeah.
And so then I went back and I thought about it and I was like, man, like this is an opportunity that most people don't have. So I called my dad and I was like, okay, I want to talk to you about this gig. What is it? I want to live in Chicago. I don't want to live in Decatur. And so he had me come to Decatur on like a Thursday or something and interview. So at the time it was the COO of the company. And so we went to the Decatur Club. Like I vividly remember this. I'm sitting and the COO is sitting across from me and my dad is right here. So he's interviewing me as my dad's sitting here. And I'm like, shoot, my dad knows everything about me. Like I can't even fabricate anything.
Right. Yeah.
So I think it was probably more of just to follow and, check the boxes. But that is, I got hired from them and then I went into sales immediately. I took about 6 months to learn the whole business because I'd never done anything but go up to my dad's office and, do what, like say, hi, Dad. Yeah. And so I worked in every aspect of the company. And then I started in sales and my territory was Southern California, Louisiana. So at the time, my dad had built a really strong, reputable regional printing facility, and we were in they were in commercial print. So in 2001, he transitioned the business into packaging. Okay. And so because his gut and his vision, and he was right, is that commercial printing is changing and things are going to go digitally, and there's going to be certain parts of printing that are going to live and survive. And packaging was booming at the time. And so that's a hard transition to make. But in 2001, he got really fortunate. My dad worked really, really hard to get to that point. And then he had people that believed in him. And he went and he took out a massive loan and put a personal guarantee and took a risk. And that is what really changed the trajectory of the company altogether. And so in 2004 is when I came back and started working for the business. And so we were still really a regional company. So we had one client that did $10,000 a year in Texas.
I get printing, but what do you mean by packaging?
So we, the company does package. So if you walk into Sam's Club or Walmart or something and you buy a vacuum, the label that's glued to the corrugated box. So we would print the big sheets of paper and we would print the picture of the vacuum or the microwave. So when you walk into any of the stores, I would say at least 50% was probably produced, either produced at one point in time here, just indicator. And the plant's right downtown. So takes up a city block. You wouldn't even know it's a manufacturing company downtown.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe 50% is a little too much. Maybe 30%. But a big percent of those corrugated boxes that you see with the picture.
Yeah.
That's what Houston Patterson. Now it's Lewisburg Patterson, but that's what the company does. Yeah. You never even know.
Everywhere. And you sell them everywhere.
Everywhere, all over North America.
For certain companies, or is that your job, is to find out who, or somebody's job is to lock in people to.
Yeah, so actually coming out of insurance sales, and this is why I say that was the best training
I
for me.
still don't understand what you're talking about. What
Okay.
what thing am I looking at? Like when you go in Sam's Club?
A box.
Like I'm looking at like the box of vacuum is in? Like that? You mean like the vacuum is in a box that I'm going to take up to the register?
Correct.
You
Or
print,
the TV. Or
okay.
whatever.
Big TV in a box. Okay,
Yeah.
what do you print?
So you know how there's a picture of the TV?
Yep.
So we would print the picture of the TV on just paper.
And
just
they
flat
stick
paper.
it on that box.
And then we ship it to corrugated box manufacturers.
And
And
they
they laminate it, which is glue it to the box.
Yeah.
And then they fold it, and then they'll pack
Now
out.
the box has a picture on it.
And then they'll put the vacuum in their pack out facility, and then they'll distribute it out to the Walmarts of the world.
You put the pictures on there.
All we did, it's a complex but simple process, really.
Right.
We put ink on paper.
Yep.
I mean,
nope.
and then we ship them out flat, and
Yeah.
then somebody else makes the box. So when I transitioned from insurance sales to printing sales, I mean, I was like fishing in a pond, right? Like before, anybody in the phone book I could call.
Right.
Now it was a targeted audience that needed what we had, and all I had to do was go tell them what we did.
Good idea on your dad to go, how can we still print but make it?
Yeah. So beforehand, we were doing brochures and magazines, and there's a location in Ottawa, Illinois, so right off of I-80, and does a lot of calendar work still today.
Okay.
Prints a lot of calendars, and they did a blister packaging. I mean, any kind, and they'll still do commercial work up there, but in Decatur, it's exclusively for the packaging industry now.
Yeah.
But that transition didn't happen from about 2001, and I'd say we still had some commercial customers up until about 2010 maybe.
Yeah.
And then we totally got out. 100% got out of commercial print.
So are your contracts like with LG and with Vizio?
No.
Or
So
who?
our clients' contracts are with the Unilevers or the Procter and Gamble.
Got you.
Those guys.
Yeah.
We call on so they have the hard job, right? Like they have the hard
Right.
job of getting those big connections.
You're
and,
just hooking them up with what they promised.
and then they just don't do the printing so the printing aspect and the high graphics part of the business is actually there's a lot of variables that go into printing that, which you think of a Kinko's copier, right? You push a button and it comes
I get
out,
it. I get
right?
it, though. Yeah.
But it is so much more complex than you would ever think printing would be. I mean, I grew up there and I was like, why do they care so much? Like it's a garbage bag box, like things like
Right.
that. And so, they,
oh man, yeah, everything has a picture on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So even as, now it's changed a lot, but even now if you buy something from Amazon, it's a brown box, but sometimes you open it up and the inside has the label because they still want to do the marketing. So
Right.
marketing's not going to go away. It's just kind of transitioning and changing a little bit. And I would say our industry, even like the high graphics market is shrinking some. So our goal was always to just grow that, like the pie is shrinking. We want a bigger piece of it.
Right.
So that's how. So I started in sales, and then about 2014, I was promoted to the president. And then my dad, he still worked there up until 2021. He was the majority owner. However, he gets mad when I say this, but he essentially retired before that, and he was he
Right.
he still was in control of all of the money, and went to all the bank meetings with me. But
I had one of them.
from a day to day, yeah.
Hey,
He's
you're
gonna
done,
listen
right?
to this, though. But so, I think once he was comfortable that, and so my husband started working for the business when I came off the road. So I had built this territory, and basically what that did was prove that we could ship all over the country. And even though, because freight was the biggest hurdle,
Right.
like there's no way, and so we proved that we could do that. And so then when I came off the road, so my husband and I met in college, and he actually played professional soccer for a while.
Okay.
And then he was the director of like Mid-State, and then he was the director of a club in Bloomington when he first moved here. And so when I came off the road,
Who is he?
Joe Morelli. You should talk to him.
What's he look like? He looks like my husband.
Super handsome. He's got dark
is he
hair.
a foreigner?
No. No.
Is there, you know who I'm talking about? There's some mid-state guy who's got like a British accent.
Is it Colin that you're thinking of?
Yes,
yeah, no.
Okay.
No, Joe hasn't done mid-state, hasn't coached for mid-state for a long time.
What?
I was like, no.
What's he look like? Is he foreign? No, I had someone in mind. Sorry, I wasn't right.
But yeah, so then he came and worked with me, and he took my territory. And then he essentially, when I moved up to be the president of the company, he moved into running sales and marketing. And so then we scaled the business to just a bigger company. And then in 2022, we actually merged with our biggest competitor out of Tennessee and private equity. So my dad successfully exited the company at that point in time. And then Joe and I stayed on for just under 4 years. And then as of December, just this last December, we exited as well. And so at that time, when we merged the businesses together, there was 2 locations in Tennessee, 2 in Illinois, and 1 in Texas. And so I was the chief operating officer of the group. And so my main goal at that point, I transitioned from I changed a lot, myself. And then, but at that point in time, so we had to scale the business. We had to do a couple turnarounds before we sold in 2022. 2018, 2019 were rough years for us. And, it's funny. Everyone wants to say I want to own my own business. I want to be the boss. Well, until you put a personal guarantee and you have to deed your house to your husband because you're scared you're not going to be able to provide a place for your children to sleep, then Tim talked to me, So right. There were some challenging growth times for us personally, but then the business. And so once we did that turnaround, this location indicator still today does an exceptionally good job, and that longevity is stuck with the company. And so it was able to provide, successful exit for my family. And then when I moved into the private equity world and a more institutionalized business, it was a challenge, and it was an opportunity, for me as individually. For other people too, I'm sure. And it was, I learned a lot. I didn't know anything about the private equity world. When you're an owner and operator, you're scrappy.
Right.
Yes. you're scrappy.
Has to be.
Yeah. And so then when you move from kind of a doer to more of a cheerleader, it's a little bit different. You have to learn to take hands off. You just can't do it all.
Yeah.
And so
the know your role thing is real.
Yeah, it is. And so that was exciting, and it was a growth opportunity for me. And, and that's partially why we did it, because it was a really, really good time in our industry. It was a really, really good move for my dad. And it was an opportunity, for me and the company, and just knowing that the foundation was set, and that there was an opportunity to take it to the next level that I'm not quite sure we could have done on our own. And so it provided a lot of opportunity for, there are employees in Decatur that were given more opportunity. There were employees in Tennessee and Texas, myself. And so, so then I spent the better part of the last 3 years actually in Tennessee. I spent about 2 to 3 weeks a month in an apartment in Tennessee in that location. That's like the mothership of us. And so, and integrating the businesses together, and that was a fun learning experience. There were challenges, and then there were a bunch of highs too. And so,
so when you say you exited, you're not in it?
No. Well, I'm a shareholder still, but I'm not in the day-to-day anymore.
Oh.
So we have left.
So your merge was you sold.
We sold. Private equity is the majority owner.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then, there are some of us that are still shareholders in the business. And so we essentially, I guess, all exited in 21, 22. But we stayed in the operational side.
Oh, so you're saying from being such the doer to stepping back and going,
Yeah, it's an interesting.
Different.
It is different.
Yeah.
It is different, and there's things that you are like, oh gosh, but then you're also thinking at a $30 million scale, not a $120 million scale.
Right.
And so it's just, it was a good growth opportunity for the company and for all the people inside of it.
So do you or your husband, either one, work for the company currently?
Mm-mm.
No? Mm-mm. What do you do?
I'm retired. No.
Are you?
No. That's a great question.
Or I didn't know. I mean, or what's the next move?
I'm
I
not
guess.
sure. You know, that's actually
how new is this?
3 months. So.
That's what I'm talking about. That's good shit.
So, you know, it's weird to be 45.
Congratulations.
Right? And try to figure out what you want to do for the rest of your life. Dude, but you're coming at it like from an angle of experience.
Yeah.
You know, and so
Well, don't let your experience make you not pull the trigger. That's the only bad thing about people, right? Once you know how easy it is to fuck up, it's almost easy to not do anything.
Right. Well, it's kind of it's scary to start back over. I won't
mess up if I don't do anything.
Right. Well, it's scary to start over because either if we go into a totally different, or either one of us, you know, if we go into a totally different industry, or
your husband's in the same boat, right?
Right. Yeah. And or if we stay in the industry that we, you know, our entire professional network is built in, and we go to an adjacent like market, you know, there's learning. There's going to be learning everywhere
for sure.
You know, and so
that's okay.
One thing that I'm excited, honestly, I'm really excited about what's next. I don't know really what it is, but I'm super excited about the opportunities that there's been so many great people here in the community, in our industry. There have been so many great supportive people, and it's surprising how many people are reaching out and, you know, how many opportunities, because it's also a little scary.
Sure.
Because, you know, you've done the same thing for the last 24 years. Now what?
Yeah, you know what you know.
Right. And so now it's
everything's so much more transferable than
you think.
Oh, yeah.
So as you start talking to people, you're like, well, yeah, I can do that. Or, yeah, that's a great idea. You know, so we don't know, or I don't know. Joe doesn't know. I think.
Any thoughts at all? Any crazy ideas? Or are you like, we're not there yet, dude? We're just enjoying.
So this is probably
trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Well, there's
you have kids, right?
4.
How old are they?
16, 15, 11, and 9. So,
okay.
So my oldest she just committed to college.
Your kids are like, can you guys get out of our business? I swear, bro.
The first week
find something to do.
The first week we were home, my oldest daughter, she looks at me and she looked at Joe. She goes, she's got to get a job.
Yeah, we need her out of the way, Dad.
I'm like, because I didn't realize what slobs my children were until I lived there and I was home every day. And I'm like, oh my God, clean your room, clean your room, clean your room, clean your room. So I don't really know. I know that, you know, I don't know.
How awesome of a situation is that to be in, though?
I mean, I really, really, so the things I know that I like and I know that I'm good at, I really enjoy humans and I really enjoy leadership and I like scaling and growing businesses. And so I don't know if that's going to mean, you know, at like a board advisory standpoint. Right. I don't know if it's going to mean buying and owning and operating another business or if it's going to be consulting. So it's funny you say that. Every single person I talk to, they're like, you got to own another company. Just talking to you, I can tell that's what you need to do. So it's just finding the right.
Well, you have the thing that if I'm convinced enough to jump in and to start it, then failing isn't even an option. It could just not go as well as it could.
Right. I don't lose.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, that's
a thing. Yeah.
That is the mindset, you know.
That's the product. Yeah. That's it. And it doesn't matter. My bank account doesn't have anything to do with how I need this to go.
No, not at all. Money does not motivate me.
Yeah, I'm broke.
It's winning.
According to this,
it's winning. That you know. I mean, and my
wins and losses.
Yeah, and I don't know, and that's what I mean. I just think it's a.
Now, would you classify your husband as an entrepreneur also, or is he just was great at his job and fell in?
You know, I think that the most ideal, perfect, and this might not happen for a while, is us doing it again together.
Okay.
And I know people think we're nuts. They would look at us.
I think I'm envious. Like, good. You guys really are friends.
Yeah, I know. Well, people would always look at him and they'd be like, how in the world do you work with your wife? He's like, who else would I want to do this with? You know?
Good answer.
So, I mean, it was really fun to do. And it probably won't happen immediately. I mean, there's going to be some steps that will probably have to happen in between that time frame.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think for both of us, the perfect thing would be 10 years from now sitting down with you and we are either in the thick of doing it again or we just did it again.
Right.
And I mean, when you're going to do something like that, you need to do it with people that you know, like, and trust. Mm-hmm. And who do you trust more, than your spouse, or who should be that way anyways.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it would be really fun to do something together again. I don't think that'll be an immediate thing, but I think it will happen again at some point.
Yeah, that's just exciting. I mean, and the important part is to getting back into something isn't like we are successful, so we know how to do this. It's like, oh no, saddle the fuck up.
Right.
Because you're about to hate each other a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
You're about to blame each other a little bit. But then in the end, you're going to be like,
you're still rowing in the same direction,
Yeah,
same
team.
That's what always kept us going is we were in the same boat, rowing in the same direction. And, that's the part of leading a company anyways. I mean, if you have employees.
Yes.
It doesn't really matter. The roadmap, what you need to know is the destination.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Mm-hmm.
How are we going to get there? And what you think is the right way might be different than me.
Right.
But as long as we end up here, stepping back and allowing people to make decisions and mistakes is a key component of leadership that you have to learn maybe the hard way a couple of times, but you can't control it. Or
that's
if you
problem, right?
Right.
You try to control it so much that no one learns.
Right. And if you do that, then you're going to be working 60 hours a week for the rest of your life, or 80 hours, or you're not going to sleep. And who wants to live like that?
Yeah.
I mean, that's and so that's it's EOS. It's a entrepreneurial operating system that I've used to help run the businesses. And, that might be an option to go out and help other companies scale and grow and create this leadership team, because I really enjoy the leadership side of the business. And I really enjoy sharing my vision and how are we going to get there? I don't know, but we're going to do it and we're going to do it together. And I don't want you to just sit here and tell me yes. Because if you do that, it ain't going to work.
Right. So an interesting thing I think that you seem like you would fit on is kind of what you just said, but not for a specific company. Almost like you're a service of coaching, kind of coach. You know what I mean?
Right.
Of going, I don't want to come work for your company, but I'll sit down with your top 7 people for 3 days and show you what should happen.
And I think that would be so fun.
Yeah.
I think it'd be so fun.
And a lot of times,
and rewarding.
Right. Well, and a lot of times that's what people take out is they don't realize that if you step out, you can see a lot more, but it's hard to step out of something you're in.
It is.
It's why I've said this before. You have big companies, the Nikes and Apple, and they literally pay people to sit across from the table with each other that don't agree, so they can come up with the best idea ever, because you got the 2 best people that don't agree.
And that's and that's where magic happens in any conference room or boardroom.
Damn right.
But if you just have somebody saying, dictating the way that it's going to work.
And everyone going, oh, great idea.
Yeah,
That's
it's
great.
not going to work.
No.
I mean, it might work quick for a short term, right? But I don't think it's a long-term way of any business to have success.
No.
My opinion.
Right. Well, no, in your opinion, man, you have made it valuable. How cool is that, man? That's really awesome.
It's been fun.
Do you attribute it at all to that young lady who what'd you call your things where you would call people nonstop back to back?
Smile while you dial?
Yeah. Do you attribute any your success like that to things that were not profitable but lessons learned? Do you realize what you learned from those moments?
Yeah, I think
register?
Yes, so that is things like that. The hard work. I mean, just doing the work, really. And I mean, my dad was pretty hard on me, not in a bad way, but in a good way to help me learn how to manage and budget at a really young age.
Sounds like it.
I mean, he wouldn't buy me the stupid bike I wanted. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
But even in high school, so
he's like, I got $10. I'll buy $10 worth of them things though.
Yeah. So I was like, Dad, just take it to your office and maybe somebody will buy it. And
he's like, I ain't selling it.
He was like, until you get to this mark, if you hit this mark, then I'll take it to my office for you. And so he would help me. And then this is going to sound kind of crazy, but at 16, I was filling out an expense report if I wanted to do anything. So, and now, what's even more crazy is I do the same thing for my kids. And so, if I bought shampoo, I had to keep I didn't know it was an expense report, but I'd have to keep the receipts, and my dad would reimburse me. But I got paid by so much money, and if I wanted to go out for pizza, my dad would never just give me money. He would never pay for my gas. He would never do those things. And then, he would help me with my insurance, but it was based on like my grade. So if my high honor roll, it would break down like 2/3, 1/3 of who would pay what portion. And I think those type of lessons actually is what helped me.
Oh, no doubt.
What helped me more than anything.
This is freaking brilliant.
And so to the point where
Good job,
my
Dad.
children now, my 16-year-old, I don't pay her gas, but she has. And if she,
so what do you do? Explain. I got one that's going to be 16 next week. Educate me.
I have a whole plan I can give to you.
Is that right?
Yeah, I can email it to you, but it's an expense report essentially.
We're going to teach you how to work with money,
and it's based on her grades and how much she gets per day, and then in that, she has to pay for everything for the whole month, like her gas, everything. We and her insurance is done the same way as mine. She's lucky; she's on high honor all the time. I'm unlucky because she's on. But then her insurance, if she gets in an accident and her insurance goes up, that difference is all on her. She doesn't drive, and so it's not too harsh, but it's enough to make her understand
accountability, understand
how to manage her money.
Well,
and I believe that is one of the key things, and that and just the natural like desire to work.
Yeah.
I think people just like it or they don't.
Right. Well, or you like the outcome.
Right. And so
the wins. Well, oh man, the budgeting with your kids, it's so valuable because we kind of touched on this earlier when, if you are a young person, jump into the trade, something like that. I mean, I can't imagine being 23 years old and getting, $1,800 paycheck for a week.
No.
What? Quit playing.
You're so rich.
Loaded, dude. No, but so I think that I think I can confidently say I was probably in my 30s before I actually knew how to work. I just always knew I had money.
Yeah.
That was plenty. That's enough for me. You know what I'm saying? To where, or then you hit them times wherever you go, oh, shit, I'm broke. And you go, that's impossible.
And I never wanted to be broke.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't care if I was rich.
Well, you knew about money before you had it.
But I didn't want to be broke. I always wanted to make sure that I had enough money to pay for all my bills.
Right.
And still have a life.
Right.
Because I like to work hard, play hard.
Yeah.
That's the kind
goes
of
together.
Yeah, and that's so I would pick up another job so that I could pay for things. And I think on the business side, knowing how to budget your own personal money is super helpful when you're running a multi-million-dollar company, knowing how to budget there.
Right. Yeah.
Following a budget.
If you're a wreck, your company's probably not going to be on track.
You need to know where your profits and losses come from. And if you don't, your business probably isn't going to make it. And so but a lot of that just came with time.
So that's what's so crazy is when you talk about your dad, what he did and what you're doing with your daughter, and I'm about to start doing.
Sorry, son.
It's like the lowest level. There's a profit and loss for everybody who spends money.
And
right? I mean,
so we also make her tithe 10%, and we make her put 20% into her savings. So she doesn't even have access to the savings. So I just transfer it.
Right.
And so that way, when she goes away to school, she'll have a little bit of a nugget of money there that's hers that she doesn't even know exists.
Right.
So. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's going to work.
You got the 90% for giving the 10%, so knock it off.
Right. And she's like, Mom, I have $1.13 in my account. I'm like, that sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess you're not going to go out, for ice cream.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And Sunday, God gets 13 cents of that, so he's not.
Right. Sorry, kid.
Yeah, sucks.
Yeah. But so I think a lot of it is, those kind of things, like my upbringing. And then I think that it's just something in me. I have a very, I don't want to say I'm a workaholic because that probably isn't a good thing, but I work a lot and I enjoy it. Though. Yeah. I don't do it because I don't like it.
Right. Well, yeah, and I think, workaholic's a scary term.
It is.
It's almost like you picture that as being like the guy who hates his job and he's stuck there. But I feel you, like you're going, if I like what I'm doing.
Yeah, and as soon as it changes that you don't enjoy it, I think it's a sign that you may try to overlook,
Yeah.
But I do think that, when it's time to pivot or change.
Well,
it's just scary.
And we were brought up, which, our parents' generation, whether our parents did it or not, it was the find a job. You don't have to like it.
Right.
Make sure if you stay there in 6 months, you're going to get 50 more cents an hour, and then do that shit for 30 years.
Yep.
And be happy with that. You have the opportunity to where really it's like, hey, you can sell cars and then you can go sell.
Yeah.
You could do it.
It's so transferable.
I think there's certain people, and obviously you're one of them, but that are cut out for the jobs I call that, you decide your worth, which is, you know what I mean? You can call 500 people or you can call 5. It's whatever you want to do. You know what I mean?
That's why I think sales was so good and so natural. I mean,
that can't be replaced.
No. And the rejection part of sales and the work that salespeople put in to get to a certain point.
Dude.
Starting out, it's hard. It's hard in any industry.
Yes.
And because you don't know these people, like you're walking into this cold call, talking to somebody, and especially when you're young, like it's talking to some like old dude that doesn't want to talk to some young chick, and I have no credibility. It was really good for me.
Yes.
And I enjoyed it.
Well, what you're doing is you're making yourself numb to the hardest news on earth in any business is someone being like not interested.
Right.
And you're going, okay, well, if you do happen to be interested, make sure you don't forget me.
Well, and I think the reason that it didn't impact me is because it wasn't like they were telling me no.
Right.
Like they weren't not interested in me. They didn't want what I had to offer.
Right.
And that's okay.
Yes.
So
yeah.
It would be a little more offensive if it was, we just don't like you, or we don't
Can
we
you
don't
have
like
someone
those
else
shoes.
call?
Yeah, that's more offensive to me, right?
Fair.
But I think that's where people get so caught up in their head is it's like they are getting rejected. No, you're not. They just don't want what you have. But guess what? There's somebody that does. Eventually, you're going to get there.
And you can't be mad when they say no.
Just keep going.
Put yourself on the other end of the phone is kind of the deal, right? You don't know the position that, there's been times where someone could call me and be giving me $1 million if I can stay on the phone for 10 seconds. You know what I mean? It's like, who are you looking for?
Yeah. I'm like, sorry, not interested. Click. Yeah. I mean, I am that person.
Same. So, you have to be understanding to go, okay, wait, you got him. If you got them for a second, you should have them for a minute. Type, And
as I transition into the packaging industry, it is really good people. I mean, and honestly, everywhere is good people. If you look for them, like if you look for the bad people, you're going to find the bad people. If you look for the good people, you're going to find the good people. But there's so many good people in our industry and if you use the, can you help me? People want to help people.
Yes.
I mean, that is the natural instinct. And people don't want to do a bad job. Like if you're an employer and you're leading a team, you're not in sales, but you're on. People don't show up to work and be like, I'm going to suck today.
Right.
People want to do a generally good job. Your job as a leader is to make sure they know what that expectation is.
Right.
And I think that's where a lot of failure happens in businesses too, is you have it up here, but somehow you have to translate it out and talk to somebody else. And they have no clue. Unless you tell them what the expectation is, and they're going to fail, and you're going to get pissed, and it's actually your fault. Like you got to look in the mirror and be like, oh,
I'm a reasonably poor teacher.
Yes, so that's a part I kind of like. I enjoy that leadership part. I am a huge believer in the biggest asset in any company are the human beings. I don't care, and I come from our presses are the length. Or the presses for Houston Patterson, Lewisburg Patterson, are the length of Walmart. They are big pieces of metal. They're $8 million. I mean, they are big hunks of metal. That machine, you can buy the nicest one on the market, but if you don't have good people, it doesn't even matter.
Fair.
And so if you treat your people well, and if they know that you respect them, then they're going to do and work hard for you. I will. There's nothing that's going to change my mind. I don't care what industry you're in. I think it is such an important thing as a leader to generally respect and also show up, right? Like roll your sleeves up and do the work. Because if you're not willing to do it, why the hell should someone else?
So do you think that's in just industries in general that you have people that are in the authority spots that don't do that?
Yeah. Oh, I do. Yeah. I think a lot of people get to a certain point and it becomes a title.
Yes. Agreed.
And I just don't
the
think
bad part is most of them came from the place that they're now in charge of.
Right.
And it's like,
and then you bounce around and you're like, haha.
Yeah.
It's like, no, dude, you pull your pants on the same way as everybody else in this building.
So ego's a motherfucker, man.
Oh my goodness, right?
It is. Yeah.
I mean, I hope somebody always checks my ego, because if I ever...
Well, I don't think that'll have to happen. Again, it's one of those. Like, I'm the same, dude. It's more like, stop telling us you don't know anything and you are nobody. I'm like, no, I'm just saying I'm nobody. I'm just here. But, to where don't get ahead of yourself. But it's almost funny. I mean, it's not funny because people are on the shitty end of it. But, in a lot of different places we go in the contracting world, you have to... whether it be, people for the state or people on campus over there at U of I is where we do a lot of our work. It is like these promotions just make people glow a little bit different. I usually don't like it.
I think you have to have a level of confidence,
Yeah.
Especially in any type of leadership role, whether it's, political or in a company. But I think there's a big difference between confidence and arrogance.
Sure.
And I really think it comes down to just generally respecting everybody.
Bam.
Because
it's really easy to be kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's extremely easy.
It takes a lot more energy to be an asshole.
Yeah. That's been a common conversation even lately when people come in. It's like, because I have tried to make a point. I don't really talk to people out in pub. Like, I go to the gas station, get what I get, and I leave. Well, this has created something over the past few months.
And so people know you now.
Yeah. And so it went a few times where I'm like, what? No, man, you're not the pot. Oh, yeah. Hey, yeah. Sorry. Shit. It's like, hey, man, I know you. No, you don't. Oh, yeah, you do. Sorry. My bad. Yeah. So I've been doing the, even like, test myself I'm going to walk in and get my oil changed, and the first person I see, I'm going to talk to them to the point where they go, how do I know you? Because I'm going to be that nice to them that they think I must know them. And I did it. I was a lady, and I was complimenting her and everything. She's like, honey, where do I know you from? I say, you don't. I was just waiting on that. Like,
this was a test.
Yeah, this was a me thing. I was like, I was waiting on that. She's like, keep going. What about my shoes? Would you like these?
Well, I mean, I'll talk to a wall. It doesn't even have to talk back to me.
Good.
So,
but that's pathetic. I have to put myself through. But it is like, no, be different. Be not. And it isn't like I was being a dick. It was just like, well, you can go out of your way to be kind.
So it's funny. So Joe is the best person in sales I've ever met in my life. I mean, he is the best. I used to always say, like, he's the best employee we have. I mean, he's excellent at his job. But he doesn't like people all the time. And so when we would go to things here in town, I'm like, you look like a standoffish asshole. Like, you need to.
He said, no, I'm not acting like that. That's me.
He's like, no. He's like, I'm not. And then we would go to work things. And it's like, he's like Mr. like independent box maker, And I'm like, dude, where's that guy?
Yeah.
And he's like, I think when you do it for a living and you talk to people and you're around people all the time, you need some of that. And I will talk to anyone. But even I noticed there were times and I was like, gosh, I just need nobody to talk to me. Like, I just need to run in, get some bread, and go home. So now I have a 16-year-old, and I'm like,
run in.
We can increase your expense report, kid, if you run to Dollar General for me.
Sure. For sure. That's hilarious. But isn't it cool? I mean, yeah, it's just so cool. My son's not like me. Like, he's quiet, smart. Yep, there you go. No, he's definitely, 4.0 kid. I think already touching on, I think maybe this semester he's in a college class or two. He'll do that a little bit.
Where's he going to school?
St. T.
Okay.
Which he was going to St. T in 7th grade for the first half of the day.
You can do that?
I didn't know either.
Yeah, I was never smart either, so I don't know.
That's what I go, why am I dropping you off over here? And it's like, I've been going here for a while. His mom and I haven't been together since he was like 2. So it was like why the hell am I taking you to St. T? What is there? Is it something? Is it like, was it Grandparents' Day or something? And he's like, huh? That's where I go to school every day. And I'm like, you do? I'll be dang. What's this kid going over here? His mom's like,
yeah.
You missed all that. Huh? I'm like, oh, good job then, bud.
Yeah, we have.
So he's a sophomore, already made it past what I did to complete high school.
Well, isn't it crazy, too, what they learn in school?
Yes.
Like in 5th grade, they're doing these math problems. I'm like, oh, dang, man.
Yeah.
Hold up. Let me chat that.
Yeah. Well, so again, I got with my son as I'm going, college isn't for everyone, but it is for you. You're like smart. So you got to do that. You got to go do something productive. You don't need to learn a hustle. You just need to go figure out what's.
I feel like you have everyone has strengths and they're just different, you know? And I think that like the EQ level for me.
We haven't found that. He knows how to take a test. I don't know. That's it.
I mean, there's like the EQ and the IQ, right?
Yes.
And I think that I think both are great, you know? And I don't think, we have 4 kids, but my 2 oldest one is a lot like Joe and one is a lot like me. And I think they're both going to excel in life,
right?
Just differently.
Right.
For sure.
Well, so his mom has a tendency of doing he's 15, so we can have conversations about how you should have. He's played travel ball forever, you know what I mean? And so it's even you get to a point where you don't want to be the loudmouth, but you want people to know that you exist. Like, don't just be the kid at these college baseball camps that's just there. You can communicate. You could talk. You know what I mean? He'll kind of just fall back, perform, do his thing, but they would never know what his voice sounds like if, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think that's for any reason. He's just like, what? They didn't ask me anything, I'm good.
So our oldest plays soccer, and she just committed to go to Louisiana Tech.
Nice.
Yeah, we're pumped for her.
Hell
I'm super happy for her. But when she would go to those camps, we're like, you have to be the leader in the camp. Those are the kids they remember.
Yes.
And so, when they would do drills and stuff, we would, she would always, even if, because she's pretty quiet, actually. She's a lot like Joe, and she's a little, she's a little shy, which is weird because she talks back more, but she's a little shy. And so but she would always be at the front of the lines for the drills, and she would always volunteer to, do whatever. And so because of that, I mean, there's so much in life. We're a huge sport family. Yeah. Huge sport family. And I think, and some of the people that I like to hire, like, are athletes, because they are like very self-motivated. They're gonna
goal-oriented, stick-to-itiveness.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Delayed gratification.
They're okay with rejection. Like, they can handle, pressure.
It takes more than a day to get where you need to get.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I just think that there's so many leadership things that children can learn growing up in organized sports. And, your coach might not play you, and you might not understand why. I don't know. It's life. You know, I mean, those are some of the hard things that people have to learn. But in order to go to that next level, which she really wanted to play in college. And so if you want to, you have to put yourself out there.
Yeah.
And it's very uncomfortable.
I kind of like even what you just said. I think we might do that just challenge himself. It's a little bit of insecurity,
It's scary.
But it's almost like going, hey, now, because we're going to different camps every other week. Yeah. So it is like, you know what I mean? Like, paint, you could be whoever you want. You don't have to be the quiet. They don't know who you are. Yeah. So challenge yourself just to be overly, you know what I mean? Or when I have those conversations, it's like his mom, not to shit talk her, sorry, but I'm going to for a second, it's like, he's not like you. And I'm like, stop saying that. Yeah. Like, stop telling him that.
He can be whoever he wants.
But you're saying he's not like me because I'll say what I think. I don't have a problem with speaking. I'm like, you're giving him a pass because she's saying it in front of him. And I'm like, no, you're letting him not be like me. It's okay to say what you think. It's okay. You know what I mean? To where it is like, and that is, I mean, he'll even say stuff when we'll be out in public, or if I know someone, I'll definitely crack jokes and shit like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's just like, I can't believe you just say stuff. I'm like, it's fine.
People like it. They love me or they hate me.
Yeah,
it's okay. I mean, it is.
I understand too. Yeah. Both of you.
Yeah. Well, and that's because it is hard. Yeah. Right. The pressure these kids are under at 14, 15, 16. We didn't have that.
No.
Like, we did not have that. You could play your high school sports and that was just enough. But now, if you want to go beyond high school, you almost have to go to the camps or play on a club team or travel a lot and meet new people and, show up at these places where you don't know anybody. So, of course, it's going to be uncomfortable.
Right.
I mean, most adults wouldn't want to do that.
But so by the time you do it for 12, by the time you're 17, you don't know a stranger. That's freaking amazing.
The fact that you have that kind of confidence and can deal with that as a child is so awesome.
It's crazy.
It's so awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to be so much, not all of them, but a lot of them are going to be so much stronger than our generation.
So I had to, I won't say check I had to kind of check myself here not too long ago. I got invited to be... I don't know what the hell I got invited to be. I'm just going to tell you what it is, and we can decide what the title was. So there's a Milliken has like an entrepreneurs class.
Oh, sorry, choking.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah. Oh, no, you're fine. Camera on me. It's fine. She's not.
Okay, I'm good now.
She'll be all right. No, but yeah, so they were all freshmen, and anyway, the gal that's in charge of it invited me and like 5 other business owners. Kind of, these people get broken into groups of 5. So let's say 5 groups of 5. Week 1, you guys come up with a business plan. Any business you want, decide as a group of 5. And these are kids that aren't friends, all from all over, Chicago, downstate, whatever, all from Milliken, boom. Put them in 5 groups. And it was, stuff like, one of them had like a pasta food truck. It was a healthy food truck. One of them was kind of like a Goodwill type, turn in your clothes and resell on college campuses type of just different brainstorms. And the idea at the end was it's going to be a contest to see.
Like Shark Tank.
Yes. So originally we were all going to have a group, and then she decided immediately, like, no, I want all of you to basically shit on everybody. We're going to take turns on you just destroying these kids weekly till they get better and better and better and better. And then they're going to present. And we'll come up with a winner and a loser and whatever. And then they go on to compete against the other class that is doing the same thing. And there is a banker that comes, So if your idea is good enough and you are serious, they're bringing the numbers. Like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, when it's all said and done, we need to. Yeah, I will put you in touch.
I would love that.
I will put you in touch. That. Yes,
that's actually the kind of thing I'd love to do.
Here's the check myself part. Right? Is I'm going. I was hard on him. I asked her. Right? I go.
You felt guilty?
I go. Well, yes. Why? Because they were 18. They came up with all this shit that, 20s, late 20s, educated minds,
right.
30s even. And in my brain, I go, she just put you on the playing field. What are you doing? What is going on, dude? Take your headphones off, bro. What? You got a do-rag on? Where are we at? And he's kind of looking like, huh? Like, bro, you're supposed to be presenting. Like, get it together, dude. What's up? Can you read? And it was just like, oh my God, never really read off a fucking teleprompter. And it was like, all right. So she dug it, right? Because it was like, I'm not, everything I'm saying, it's just obvious things that you could fix. We haven't even got into what you said. I was taken aback by everything else. And it was like, okay, these are kids. They're absolutely terrified. They have no idea what's going on.
You probably just scared the shit out of them.
At the end of it, it was like they loved me and I loved them back. It was like, you guys are killing it. But they liked it. Like they were kind of joking about, yeah, man, remember he told you to fucking take your headphones off. And I go, well, I don't know who you're talking. Are you listening? What are we doing?
Right.
What the fuck? And
if you didn't tell him, how would they know?
Now he knows. Yeah,
he will never walk into an interview like that.
Yeah. Well, no, I think so. That was it at the end. I was even sitting back here, and it was like I was going through a few notes because I was going to go back the following week, and I'm like going, these are children, dude. Like they're doing dang good. Like a couple of them were even great, and I'm like going, like that was to me like, well, this is what we're looking for here, and then it's like, wait. How are you so good at this? Where are you from?
Isn't it crazy? And you know what's crazy is like how many of them will just go work for somebody and not take that next step because it's so scary?
I'm telling you, there was a couple that literally it was like, give me your information. I'm going to get a hold of you in a couple years. I don't even know what I'm going to have you do yet. If you don't work for yourself, you're going to work for me.
I'm going to hire you.
Yeah, it is, because I think that was the reality check part. Is it go? 20 of these people are exactly as they're supposed to be, even doing well.
Right.
You know what I mean? And where I'm like, you all suck. I wouldn't hire none of you. You got sweats on. You're like, this is second period, bro. What are you talking about?
It's not PJs.
Yeah, what are we doing? Like, but it was. We were there, and I go because I had a Billy Reebok, the football coach, the new football coach for Milliken.
Oh, yeah.
He came on, and then I went and did some like a little bit of camera work just to do a pump up for their season for Mr. Reebok. Well, when I go into this class, one of the football players is there, like literally, like I fake sleeping or something. Yeah, I'm like, yo, yeah, because she's up talking to the class. It's not our turn. I'm not a teacher. Like, you sit there and shut up, sir. Hey, yo, man, hey, what are you doing, bro? I'm telling. What's your name, dude? Hey, what's his name? He's like, no, I wasn't sleeping. I was like, yeah. Okay. You just got scared, huh? I am telling on you. I didn't tell, but it was just like, dude. So that's what the teacher says. That's funny. She goes, because we can't.
Oh, and they probably want to.
Yeah, we can't address like you came and jumped on all of just our normal regular shit. You didn't jump on anything related to their business. It's like day one, you don't have a business plan. You need to, what do you got in your mouth? Spit it out.
Oh my gosh. You would have scared the crap out of me in college.
I thought, so she's going, that was kind of it kind of, it made them, man, throw a button up on for your presentation. It's a contest. You know what I'm saying? As stupid as it is, it's also like.
And did you say they were undergrad or graduate students?
They were freshmen.
Oh, they were babies.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you scared
brand new.
You scared those poor kids.
How awesome is it that there's entrepreneurship classes?
That is awesome. And it's here.
I am 100% putting you in touch with her because you'll be perfect for it.
There was I did something at Milliken. I've gone to a couple of classes, but it was for a master's, and they come with their business plan.
Oh no!
And I.
Oh no! These are people going.
Yeah, these were
business plan. They
Some
hand out like a blank.
No,
fill in the blank, and they're like, okay.
I would have no idea of what to do. 18, I would have been like.
That's kind of, I think, what made it cool.
That is cool.
By the third week, it's almost like we did like speed dating. Mm-hmm. So it'd be like 5 groups, 5 of us. It's spend 10 minutes with this group, then spend 10 minutes. So it wasn't all bashing was only on the presentation, which they did originally, halfway through, and then a final. To where it was like, okay, originally we wanted you to see that you guys don't know shit, don't know each other, don't know how to talk, don't have any good ideas, and no one stopped reading their phone. While this guy's over here saying, hey, why you got your phone out? That's me.
I didn't know Milliken had that program. That's awesome.
Kind of new.
That's awesome.
It's kind of new. It is extremely awesome, and I'm 100% going to put you in charge and plug you with this lady because you'll fit. You fit. You're perfect for it.
I think you asked what I want to do. What I would love to do, but I got to pay a mortgage. Is I would love to go and do speaking engagements to higher education kids or women in business or, emerging leaders or something to just, or anybody really, but I would love to do speaking engagements. Mm-hmm. It's probably not right around the corner, but I think that would be
I don't know
awesome.
Why not. That's something you could do for yourself too.
I would really, really, especially, I've done some emerging leaders there was a couple of associations that we're part of, and they have these emerging leader groups. And so I've spoken to some of them because I started out as
like industry specific,
and then some women in business functions and breakfasts and ththings like that. Just because everyone has the same problems. It doesn't matter what you're really what your job is, but from the women in business side, you're trying to raise kids and you're trying to do all of the things and wear all of the hats, and you can do that. You just can't do it at the same time. And so, I don't know if I would help anybody or if it would just make me feel better, but I would love to go and talk to those. Lane. I would love to go do something like that. And that's completely different than anything I've ever done.
But no, you know what
I'm going to do
is?
a TED Talk. That's what I want to do.
There you go. You could. You should.
I would love it. I'd be so nervous.
You can't, I mean, do you know who to contact to be able to do that?
No, I have no idea. I don't even know how to start something like that.
I'll send you some
But that would be, I would love it. Even if it was just once.
Well, no, what you're talking about doing, when you're saying it's like not something you've done, it's not in the industry you worked in, it's like, no, that's like the ultimate give back, man.
I would just get so much from it.
Yes.
I would love to do, and one of the
it's our responsibility, right? As people who
I feel like that.
I don't know if you have experienced failure in business because you've we have. Or I guess, even along the way, you get tapped up
right
in the industry.
You get burnt out. You get tired.
Well, so I think that's it. It's almost like our job as failed adults that have survived the business world is to help people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is almost to even... So my lane is, you know what to do, stop being a pussy. Like, that's my, you know what I mean? Like, quit it. Tomorrow, what's happening tomorrow? Let's go right now. Let's go. I think that, like the in your face, almost, you don't need coddled, because that's me. Right. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, yeah, that's great. Are you doing the shit, or are you talking about doing the shit? What are we doing?
Are you going to show up today? Or?
That's it. Yeah. Are you just here, or are you here? But I think it is. I think it's very important to you're just insight from someone who's worked hard, been there, done that. Yet another, the 110th guest to go, yep, no shortcut. It's hard. It sucks. It's long, but it's fun. It's rewarding.
It is rewarding.
But
it is all those things.
Yeah. If it was a shortcut, then we would have been here at 20.
There's no easy button. There's no staples like, that was easy. Yeah.
But that's the popular thing, right? Is people want what you have at the end of the getting.
But they don't want to go through this part of it. And there's no this. Like, that's completely unrealistic. And
no, it's more like...
it's more like... yeah. And then you're like...
Oh, it does go up.
And then you go
bit.
down.
Yeah.
The peaks and the valleys. Exactly.
No, I agree.
But it is fun.
It's just, would you have it any other way? It's like, I'm slightly envious of, I have like family members who are career employees that they have forever got 8 weeks that they get paid to not work, and they can be sick a week, and every Friday their check is
There's
nice.
no such thing as a vacation when you do it this
self-employment. That's what I said, self-employment. Oh yeah, you do get to make your own schedule. Never off.
Right. Right. I mean, I would love, so it's funny because people have asked us, and Joe's like, she's never on vacation. I took one vacation. It was my honeymoon. And we went on a cruise that I didn't have phone service because back then they didn't have Wi-Fi on the ships.
Yeah.
And it was kind of an on-purpose thing because then I was in sales, and you're never off the clock when you're in sales either. And then you move into like business leadership, and you're never off either because somebody needs an answer, And so that's why this 3 months has been weird, to be honest.
Yeah, you're just
like, wow, this is so crazy.
You guys, I'm not going to get heavy into it. You believe in God?
Yeah.
Christian? Yeah. I know your daughter tithes, so I'm making sure she tithes to us.
Yeah, we just leave it in our account. We actually don't send it anywhere.
Yeah, God knows that we'll use this well. Right. Well, so do you... No, I wasn't going to ask a question. I was going to say, well, you've been 3 months. You guys just pray about your next move, man. And whatever you do, you're going to kill it, obviously. I think the whole idea of speaking, whether it be for, like, that's what you do, tour a little bit and or you just dabble in it, I think you'd be great at it, man. You know how to talk about your experience. You know how to talk to people. Yeah,
one of the probably the most rewarding times I was scared to do it. And I was way outside of my comfort zone. I didn't, that whole imposter syndrome, like, I'm not qualified to do this. Yeah. It was for an emerging leader group in a family business, like industry area. And this girl came up to me just sobbing afterwards. And I was like, oh God. And she was like, you were talking right to me. And I was like, I left and I was like, I want to do more of that.
I did it.
Like, that is so fulfilling, Fair. And so I think that from that experience, I would just love to do more of that.
Yeah.
And
Some people just need a little, right?
Yeah. And I think, everything happens for a reason, right? And I call this exit, I called it a God wink is what I call them. And it's going to be better than it was before. We just have to figure out the pathway to get there. I mean, there's the destination point, right? It's just, there's a lot of ways we can get there.
I feel like Joe, I feel like you and Joe are just one day, not long from now. It's going to be one of them like, duh, here's what we're doing. You know what I mean? It's going to be one of those.
And we keep just talking to so many people.
Hopefully it's not like the ice cream truck Jeep drive by and he's like, I got this. You said you used to work at 31 Flavors, right?
I know.
Fuck it, I'd do that actually. Do it a beach and a Jeep, I'd go do it.
I know. Well, when I retire, I've joked with so many people that I'm going to have a bar on a beach. And it's going to be called Cougars, and it's going to be all hot chicks.
There you
go. The back
go.
of the house will be dudes, so that I don't get sued, for discrimination. But so I was like, maybe I should just go open my bar on the beach.
It's time.
Then I remember to have kids. So
shit,
we're not there yet.
State says I got to feed and clothe these kids.
Probably would be frowned upon.
Got to turn in their profit and losses.
If I had them at the kitchen.
Yeah, right. That's what my parents thing since we were kids has always been. Our retirement's going to be our version of a Kreckles on the beach.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, now they're to that age, and they're both like,
"I'm not doing that.
I'm not cooking no fucking food."
Can you imagine though how well a Kreckles would do on a beach?
Kidding me? That's what I was like. That idea from 30 years ago is money now
for sure.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Again, I feel like I would do it.
You should do it.
I would smash burgers, whatever. Let's go.
That's what's next for you.
Hey, what do we got? 2 up. I'd do it for a week and be like, somebody come, I'm going to go to the beach.
Being a server, so it's not really Kreckles, but that's my favorite, like working in a restaurant. I loved
interaction.
It.
You're a peopler.
I'm a people person.
So does your husband go, is your
home?
husband like, oh my God, whenever you guys go to like the fair or Sam's, is he like, no, we don't have to stop and talk to them. Come on, we can just keep walking.
Yeah, so
I don't think you know them. I don't think you know them, babe.
So we lived in Forsyth for so our daughter went to kindergarten in Forsyth, and then we moved to Mount Zion. And since I'm from Forsyth, there's a lot of people that are move back. Like if they move home, you kind of move to what you're comfortable with.
Sure.
So then when we moved to Mount Zion, he's like, "This is the greatest thing ever. You don't know anyone here."
Perfect.
I know. But as we've been there now, we're starting to meet people. And
hilarious.
He's the one that's like, "Hey," and I was like, "What are you? You're yelling at me."
Yeah. That's funny. It's a small world.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely my parent. My mom is one of them. Don't know a stranger. It's like, Mom, you didn't know anyone and you still managed to talk to everyone. Well, they all know me now.
I had this friend and we would go to lunch. She's like, "You're one of those." And I was like, "What's that mean?" And she's like, "You have like weirdo stamped on your forehead." And every weirdo stops by and talks to us. And she was not like, and I was like, "I don't think they're weird." And she's like, "Tonya." Huh? I'm like, "Oh. Okay."
You don't think you are either, huh? Perfect. Yeah.
So
you don't see the stamp. No. Well, man, I really I appreciate Chris linking us up, and I appreciate you coming in and talking.
It was a lot of fun.
You got a really
Thank you.
cool story. Congratulations, man. I mean,
Well,
at this point in life, you seem to be killing it. That's impressive. So.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate you having me. It was fun.
Yeah, maybe I'll give it a couple months. Maybe I'll just give it like a month. Then I'm going to see if Joe wants to come in here and be like, "Bro, what's the plan? Dude? This has been 5 months. What are you doing?" Bro? Yeah. If
Get it together.
I'm loving this. We're going to stick with this. Yeah. He's like, I got plenty of ideas. I'm just not sharing them yet.
I know. Well, we've talked about. We're like, should we flip a house in this couple months, or so we have something to do? And
that sounds not fun. But yeah, sure you should.
Colby
sounds amazing. Yeah, I was going to say, what do you mean by flip a house? Yeah. You don't mean go to Menards, do you? No. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, man. You guys have worked hard to get where you're at. It's really cool.
Well, thank you. It's been a journey. It's been fun, and it's just we're in this unique position.
Yeah.
And some days it feels scary, but other days it's like, wow, how lucky are we?
Right. Right. And it's whether it's blessings or the luck or however. I think luck is a thing also, right? But you have to position yourself for it. Right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
It's like you can pray for whatever you want, but you need to get your ass off your knees and get to moving. That's where the blessings happen, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's like that. So I think, and it is luck. It is good fortune. Opportunities happen whenever you work hard, but it's just to see someone who it's paid off. It's encouraging.
Yeah.
You know.
And I will forever be grateful for, to my grandpa and to my dad, because I had a unique opportunity. I took advantage of it.
Right. But
not everybody has that. And so that would be where I guess the luck would come in.
Sure.
But you got to work to get past that.
And I don't know your dad, but I'm going to say if you hadn't went through a little bit of what you did and shown that you could pick up the phone and call endlessly as in sales, your dad probably wasn't just going to go, oh, fuck, she is not doing anything with life. Let me give her a job.
No.
You know what I mean? Like if you didn't fit, then you weren't going to be invited.
My dad, I have a younger brother who actually still at the company, and my dad did not just, there's the perception potentially that, we're silver spoon fed children. And
sure.
That was probably the polar opposite of the
You're
upbringing.
Like, I bought my one spoon.
Yeah, yeah. And it wasn't silver. Yeah. It was rusty. No, but I mean, I'm grateful that he wasn't like that. I mean, he probably pushed on us harder than he did any other employee.
So cool for him to have. Well, no, I guess that's called parenting.
Yeah.
But I would say, you know what I mean? The insight to go, we're about to get some value out of this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then, I created the path that I wanted to. It was never even a thought. My dad never even thought I'd come work for the business because I just didn't want to.
Right.
And so I went off and did my own thing. And then when my brother, he's 4.5 years younger than me, when he graduated college, he did work at the company in high school and on summer breaks. And, he actually got his criminal justice degree, and he was a sheriff in town. And so he worked for, 2 or 3 years as well before he ever came in the business. And that was something my dad was like, you're going to go work for somebody else. Like, this is not how this is going to go. Like, and if it may not even be a fit for you here, because he worked his ass off. Like, he didn't want to just.
Oh, well, and there's just a good of a chance. I mean, you could have, if things were a year later, you could have had an opportunity that came across your plate and you never would have even.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So timing and everything.
Everything. And I actually think the COO at the time went to my dad because I was selling insurance to the company, actually.
Right.
I was home for a week to sell, and I think he went to my dad and he's like, you should talk to Tonya. You should bring her in here. And my dad was like, no chance. Like, she would never do that. And so it was really him pushing for me to even get involved in the business. I think my brother always kind of knew he wanted to come work with my dad, and I just never did. But my dad worked really hard. My grandpa worked really hard.
It's a business.
Right. And so he wanted to make sure that we were going to, I guess, not embarrass him too on top of it. Right. I mean, he probably would never say that, but I'm quite certain that.
Well, it's almost like if negative that he worked for happens to the company and it's at your guys' hands, and it's like, what the?
Yeah. Like, he wanted to retire, he worked hard for what he's able to do now. And so,
he's seen it.
Yeah.
He's seen you have it.
And my grandpa, he passed away, abruptly when my dad in 91, and my dad was young, and he wasn't even in the same position. So I think that's partially too, my dad wanted to escalate, to make sure that
things were lined out.
That I wasn't like, oh my God, now what? My dad was, I don't know how old he was, maybe like 34.
Right.
And he had 6 businesses, and he didn't know what the hell he was doing.
Right.
He had just been promoted to the company in Champaign. And, so he actually had to get scrappy and had to learn. And, one thing that he always told me, and I firmly believe this to be true, he's like, you never want to be the smartest person in the world or in the room. And so you want to make sure you surround yourself with really good people. He's like, and you need a strong CFO, and you need a strong accountant, and you need a strong attorney. Mm-hmm. And he goes, and then when you go in a room, he's like, you want to make sure that your employees are bringing ideas and they're smarter than you are. They're coming up with things that you can't. He's like, because if you don't do that, then you're never going to move to the next level. Like, you need those people to push you along the way. And so, we actually, when we worked together, I was on the road most of the time when he was still in the office. And then as soon as I moved and become president, he wasn't around all that much, but he was there.
Right.
You know, I mean, so like, it wasn't like I was on an island with, you know, like he was.
Right.
I could call him and be like, yo.
Here's what's up.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, and the COO, I will have to say, was wonderful to me.
Right.
He's still alive today. He worked in the industry for 50 years. And he was really good to me, my family. I mean, he was very supportive.
Yeah, it sounds like he's the one who nudged Dad.
Yeah.
That's cool, though.
So, well, thanks again.
Yeah, this is really cool. Well, yeah, good luck to you and whatever the next chapter is. I'll make sure I'm going to keep tabs at least enough to know what you guys end up doing. But yeah, I'm going to get your husband in here sometime. At least
he's got some fun like soccer stories.
Yeah,
he's probably a little more entertaining than me, actually.
Oh, no, you were good. You were good. Yeah, well, maybe we'll talk you guys into starting a sports team or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Well, he did just say yesterday, so he's an A licensed coach still, and he just said, he goes, well, I'm going to take some time off. I might go coach this college team in South Carolina. And I was like, yo, nope. Nope. So
you're just going to hop on down to Myrtle Beach for a few months, are you?
You're just going to go on spring break and never come home?
I don't know if that was is that it for discussion tonight? No.
But I mean that would be his like dream. Oh,
his thing.
He misses coaching. He misses playing. He misses it a lot. It's just it's not sustainable. It is, but it wasn't for us.
Right.
With 4 kids, and you know, he was always with other people's kids. And he was missing time with his own, and so
yeah, it's funny how that works.
And so he was like, my daughter, my oldest was I don't know 2 or 3, and she was like, he was leaving to go golf. It's like the second time all season he'd golfed, and it was like September, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, you'd rather go golf than be with me?
He's like,
you're never home, and so he quit.
I'm not golfing.
He didn't go golfing. He got a new job.
Fair. Yeah.
So
yeah.
But it's been really good to us. We're lucky that we were able to do it together.
Yeah. Well, good for you. I mean, you just found a lot of things that seem to fit, and you're killing it.
Yeah, it was fun.
You guys are killing it.
It's fun.
Yeah, good for you. Well, thanks for taking the time. Yeah, you got some cool stuff going, cool stories, driven person that's walked the walk.
Yeah.
So good for you.
Well, thank you.
All right. Well, guys, thanks for joining us on this episode of the Beyond Business Podcast. Again, if you haven't done it, please smash that subscribe button, and you can follow us on all your favorite social media platforms to help us be able to do what we do. We'll catch you in a week. Until then, be kind to each other.
Quick shout out to our partners, W Energy, clean energy, no crash. Use code BeyondBiz at w.gg for 10% off. Oakwood Screen Printing, custom apparel done right from small runs to big orders. And Midwest Lightning Rods, protecting homes and businesses from lightning strikes across the Midwest. Now let's go.
Yo, we on business. Yo, we out here hitting that grind. Podcast vibes, letting loose, unwind. Next on the mic, yeah, he flexing with pride. Meeting dope souls, taking you on a ride. Talking about life, not just that paper. Doing it big, ain't no time for a hater. People yap behind his back, but we rise like the sun. Gather around, fam, we just having some fun. Beyond business, it's a vibe, feel that thrill, getting intimate. May even get your heart filled. Meeting the legends, those raw and real. Digging deep thoughts, show you how to feel. From the block to the boardroom, we making that move. Beyond business, baby, yeah, we got the groove. Shout out to the hustlers, the real street thugs. We all eat together, no need for the shrugs. Yeah, you blessed with the gift, determined to thrive. Nick's breaking it down, keeping that fire alive. Let's go deep like the ocean, no bluff. Beyond business, baby, we can't get enough.